anyway.
This fine evening.
It's been a while.
It has.
You
Been a
haven't
while.
subscribed yet?
Since I saw you.
Subscribe now.
Yeah, do that.
Exactly.
Down
Did you
below.
know?
Down below.
Every time.
Every time you subscribe.
I'll read a word.
Every time you subscribe, an Ethiopian kid gets food.
Holy shit! You can like that.
What's the 2 rand for hope? Damn.
Yeah, R2. You send R2 for hope every time you subscribe. Yeah.
Premium.
Yeah. Premium.
But
Well,
like,
yeah.
if you do subscribe and I have to read a word, only like small words like read,
5
and
letters at most.
stop,
Mm.
or yeah,
Yeah.
Go.
Thank
that's a good one.
Thank you for that sub there, Angel M.
13 months.
Oh shit! You just
13
saved
months,
life.
and it's our 13th episode.
Oh shit!
What's the word, Santa? What's the word?
That's a what is the word?
Yeah,
Word
what
is
is
the
the
word.
word?
What happened to
Word is the word?
Bird. B. T. T. BTT.
Yes.
This is the Malayan way of saying bird.
Yeah. Yeah. and you guys can't see it, but Serpent Chaos is just sitting there, face palming the whole time.
I'm a casual enjoyer of the chaos.
I will say that a strong start. I'm not having off the start. We had a strong start.
We
You
had. We had a strong start. We spoke about Rings of Fire and the crack of Mount Doom.
Me off that Taco Bell.
Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while. How are y'all? How are y'all doing?
Lost. An endless void, which is life. Like, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, get that slam poetry going, baby.
What's it like? Who am I? I. Me. I.
Yeah. Essentially, yes.
Sorry.
I'm just opening up some cheat sheets here. Give me a few seconds. Everything
Break for a bit.
everything is a bit late tonight. I'm sorry, guys. But at my age, when you go to the loo, you enjoy it.
Oh shit.
That's why I was late.
But you're making coffee.
And I was making coffee.
Now we know.
Coffee is important. Imagine not having coffee. Ugh.
Yeah, fucking hell, man. Who doesn't drink coffee?
You guys know.
Okay.
People?
Okay, I see you. I see you.
He's got a new thing. He like doesn't drink coffee, but he does. You know. We took me to a coffee shop. He was like, "Can we go and
You
have
would
coffee?"
drink
And I was like,
Red
I was like,
cappuccino. A
he
red
was drinking. I had a latte, but he was like, he looks at me, he's like, "I'm gonna get a coffee," and I'm like, "Who is this man? I don't know you, this man. What the
Listen,
hell?"
it was tea. It was freaking tea. It was a red cappuccino. It's still tea. Can't drink coffee for shit.
Wait, you
No.
can't drink coffee, then you shit? Wait, what?
Huh?
You can't drink coffee, then you shit? What?
I think most people, if they drink coffee, they shit.
But if you have a problem with coffee in that way, in that when it goes right through you, what you can do is you can go drink coffee at Jono's place. Because you can sit on the toilet, drink the coffee, wash the mug while sitting on the toilet.
I woke up this morning to my bathroom floor being wet, and then I found out it was a leak because these people don't do shit right in this place, and I pay too much money. So,
yeah.
proper living, more like proper extortion.
Yes.
So,
It's literally extorting you, yeah.
So I had to get them.
I mean, what would you expect from a property? What would you expect
It
from a
would pop on
property
it.
owned by a YouTuber? Come on.
No. To be honest, if you guys really think about it, he could be shitting right now, and you will not know it.
You will know. What do you mean? It's over there. And the stream is gonna be like this, dog.
Oh shit!
The stream is literally gonna be like, hey guys, hey guys. It's gonna be like here.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought your bathroom was like legit.
I literally thought your bathroom was the
Yeah,
brown
like,
part.
I legit thought your bathroom was like just around the corner.
What do you think the door is then?
Exactly. What the fuck is the choice?
To your what the fuck is it? Your left?
No, my left is my cupboard, dog. This
Oh.
thing is my cupboard.
Oh shit! It's an optical illusion. It actually looks like a opening. Like you can.
Go in, yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. I didn't even see that. I thought that was a cupboard, to be honest.
So what have we
No,
learned today?
that-
Do not rent from a YouTuber.
True.
Yeah, okay. Trusting the YouTuber apparently.
All right, now that our note taker isn't here, what happened last time? It's been a month.
Yes, so
We
last
found a fort.
time-
There's a fort being built by children. Sorry. guys.
Yes,
Oh,
they was building a
yeah.
gang house, and Janine is giving them sticks to build the house with, and they were given some hints on how to make it better.
And she low-key has a job because she gets paid for collecting the sticks.
Yes.
Yeah.
After Elsie
Uh,
went and talked to the
Yeah.
man.
Elite
Yep.
businesswoman, you know.
And
Elsie has a suitor.
yep, for the next 5 nights.
Oh yes.
We're all chilled with each other. Shockingly.
We're planning to go to the haunted house at 10, and Marta and Luan quickly went to the market to get supplies for the prototype.
Yes, for the prototype blood siphoner. Plus, I had a vision in the house about how the murder
Yes.
occurs.
Look at you guys, you like remember shit. That's crazy.
We're also starting the training
Yes, there
Yes.
was a talk about training.
Seriously, wasn't talk about training.
Yes.
each morning.
Mm,
Start at 5.
Yep.
yeah.
I have
Well,
a
Elsie,
question,
yeah.
sorry, about just the training. Throwing things. Would that be? Let me know what type of training I need to do.
You want to throw things?
Throw jars of liquids and chemicals. What would that be? A
That would-
strength and-
That would technically be.
What's in awareness?
It would be strength and athletics, I'd say. That's the closest thing I can get to like a dex type throw.
Okay,
Yes.
good to know.
Because
I
if
need a
you
lot of training.
need to hold your balance, it's dexterity and stamina.
That makes sense. Okay, no, good to know. Good to know.
Not dexterity and stamina, dexterity and athletics.
Yeah, so I'll focus on strength and athletic. Got it. Just thank you. Now you can continue.
All right. So it's 5 o'clock the next morning. Let me just get the dates correct. We were on Friday, now we're on Saturday. And then I need to click, what's that thing? There we go. And it is 5 a.m. Fuck it, we'll go with 5:01. Are you all there?
Yes,
Who's
Well,
not there?
I am there.
Well, he's there.
I'm here.
Okay. Now, the rest of you? Mr. JJ, are you at the place ready to train?
Yeah. Let's say I got up, did my things, and then just went to him.
Oh, just
There we go.
for everyone that's waking up at this time, can I get a little dice roll from you, please?
Oh shit.
A rouse
there.
check.
You're wrong.
Oh.
I don't have to do a roll for that.
Ah, fuck. I'm at a problem.
I hunger.
I have a problem, guys. I'm.
Ooh. Ooh.
Let's go. Let's go.
What?
Ooh.
What? Wait,
You've got a big problem there, Luan.
Mm-hmm.
And you've already
Oh,
eaten
shit.
most of your.
Stocks.
Mmm.
I'll have to make a plan. Fuck.
You'll have to make a plan. Funny how that escaped you yesterday when you went for the shopping spree to get the equipment for the prototype.
Not really, because I couldn't take someone to the black market because Martha went along.
Well, you wake up and there's this nagging. What the hell? What? Why is there a circle with Luan Leroux on me? Did I make an... What if I right click and I say close? Okay, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Okay. I think I just accidentally created a token for him.
Nice.
Okay then.
Yeah. Luan? Oh.
Sorry.
First of all, Jan Hendrik. Luan looks
Yeah.
bad, eh? He had a shit night's worth of rest. He looks
you
bad.
can-
He's jittery. Everybody, like, you notice it because you see him first. And then about 10 minutes later, well, Elsie would also be there quite early because she's an early riser due to the farm thing.
Marta.
Sorry, Marta. Marta will be there due to the early rising thing. It's essentially... The strange thing is, what happened is... Jan Hendrik, you woke up and you basically woke up and I'm like, okay, cool, can't wait. You're still thinking about, okay, after we train, I'm gonna jump in the shower, let's switch on some lights, let's get some lights going. And you're still there and there's a knock at the door. You know, you're not actually properly awake yet, if we can put it that way. And there's a knock at the door.
Luan, maybe take it easy on the training. I'm gonna get the door, okay? You got it, buddy. Mondays, am I right? Wait, what day is it today?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday, am I right? Wait, yeah. It's supposed to be a good day. Oh, I like it. And I open the door. Hello?
Hello.
You ready for your training session?
Yes.
That's good. It's gonna be a good one, dude. Best time to train is when you can hear the roosters. You know, or even before the rooster. You know, that's how you properly train. You can just
cock.
you can make your way to the backyard. You can grab some coffee. You know where Luan puts his coffee, so you can just grab coffee, meet me at the training grounds. You know where that is?
No.
Oh shit! Let me show you. It's fucking
Okay.
fancy. To be honest, like I thought, like this is a miscommunication. You know.
No worries.
By the way, this is where he puts the coffee, and he opens a cupboard, and there's nothing. It's like, I swear this is where he normally
That's
would
fine.
put it.
We can just start training.
Yeah, that's where he put it. Okay, and then I'll take Marta to like the training grounds.
There we go. And yeah, you see a glance of Luan. He looks very bad.
Are you okay, Luan?
No,
Do you need anything?
nothing you can give me.
Okay.
I think. Thanks.
Maybe go see Tiffany.
Don't want to. I'm looking at the parts for the prototype of extracting blood, and then I look up at Marta, and I look at the thing and at Marta. I'm like, go train. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Go train, I'll be fine, he says.
planning to stab Marta and extract all her blood, maybe.
Maybe. And you're busy for a while. What are you doing like for the next 5 to 10 minutes? Like everybody that's met up at the house already.
But who's there at the house with them? Like, so far as me and Marta.
You,
And
Marta,
Luan.
and Luan, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it about 10 minutes, because in 10 minutes' time, he
So
will
like
know.
Jan Hendrik is like placing like cans, like it's like almost like these sticks with like a little bit of rope and cans, and he's placing it in like strategic positions. And then he's basically being like, so yeah, best time to train is in the morning. You know, when your muscles don't really have time to wake up. You know, and like,
Yeah.
so just keep that in mind for future reference.
Luan, you
Okay.
hear a knock at the door while they're talking.
I'll open the door.
JJ, in front of you, stands an emaciated looking, sickly looking bastard that hasn't gotten... Like, you know what you look like when you don't get sleep? This guy looks like he hasn't had like 3 or 4 days of sleep. Proper sleep. Yesterday he was fine.
You like spend your whole night running around, chasing chickens or something. I don't know. Like, why do you?
I'm
The
probably
jump
very
is-
hungry, if I can say it.
No, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Be warned, your body does not hold nutrition as long as it should. Be fucking warned.
Look, I know that. I'm counting the days until I had that and I had to go. I ran to Tiffany, but I need to go figure it out for myself. So
I'm currently going to try and work on a device. And then, thinking of the children in the backyard.
you're gonna need
I-
to sort that out before you do anything. Like,
Yes.
if you're also gonna train, I would suggest like maybe not, because you're
I know.
gonna get worse.
I'm going to go build something. I'm going to build a blood extracting device as a prototype. And then I will see what I can go extract blood from.
Okay. So they ready?
Yes, I will lead him and show him to the trading room where Marta and Jan is.
Yeah. And what are you going to do? Are you going to try and work on the device?
It's a priority. I need to build at least a prototype so I can use it to get some blood as well.
Okay. I just need to check something. Ooh. Ah. Wait a minute. Ah. So tell me, what are you thinking to roll to work on this device?
Ooh.
Well, it's mechanical, so it most likely will be something with craft.
It
to
will
actually
definitely
build
be
it.
craft, but you won't get your bonus for craft.
Yep, because I'm not putting, and that's the thing. Like, intelligence is how smartly I built it, but because it's probably built off a mechanical. I don't know, maybe some.
I'm
sort of
thinking
control.
because you're working off of intelligence, I'll give you the intelligence and crafting roll. Remember, you are rolling at a slight negative, and everybody's going to see what negative that is now. Can you roll that for me, please?
Oh
Okay.
no.
Intelligence and
roll.
craft.
You got this. First roll of the night. Holy... Oh, shit.
That's fine, as long as I succeed. I'm very hungry.
That's actually a good roll, though. Same.
Yep.
Like,
And if I fail, it's going to be bad.
why does he... Zelda look like that? You're in trouble.
What does this mean? What's happening?
You dead. You demolished Bloemfontein. You become the
No.
new ruler.
No, I get staked by my roommate because I'm in a vampire hunter's fucking house. Guess what happens, Sarah?
On 4 successes, you succeed.
Oh shit! Well done.
Yay.
Count your blessings.
Like, if this was a TV show, I would have gone on 4 successes, cut to ad break.
Oh, yeah. This time at Georgie Shore.
Yeah. You succeed. You're actually quite good at it. There was a few times where you had some tremors, where you had to control yourself a little bit, but you did succeed. And you've got a homemade blood extraction device.
And I don't need to extract everything from someone with this device, right?
You think you've got the measurements right.
Great.
So if the one part fills up, you think that should be enough.
Then I'm going to just take my device because I'm in a hurry and just loudly say, guys, I'm gonna go taste something. See you guys later, and I will walk out of the door.
Okay.
Just
What are-
remember that you cannot skip every training. Luan? 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 Is he ignoring me?
I think he's just gone.
We should not. Cannot skip training, guys.
Okay, and now we get to the training. What are you teaching them? What's your plans? Questions. You got to talk to the training master, the fight master, the master of disaster.
Yes. So first, morning, JJ. You ready?
Morning.
You ready for today?
I am here.
So the guys, this morning we're gonna be training. We're gonna start training the fundamentals. So like we all know, even you, Marta, you're a very strong, independent woman. They can most likely beat anything in our way. And JJ, I don't know if you have fought before, but the fundamentals is basically gonna teach us how we're gonna use other methods in fighting. You guys okay with that?
Sure.
Go.
Okay. And then basically what Jan Hendrik's going to pick up like a stick, and it will move to Marta, and it's very easy to fight someone if you can see them. And he basically puts the stick towards Marta like very slowly. You can stop it at any time, and then basically moves the stick to you. Do you stop it?
Marta will definitely stop the stick.
But what happens if you cannot see? Most creatures will hunt at night. They will use different methods of environments and stuff that they can use to hunt. This is where your environment can be your ally, but not just your enemy. And if it's okay, I'm going to blindfold you now.
Okay.
And he basically blindfolds Marta, and then he'll do the same thing with the stick.
Also as slowly,
Also as slowly,
in the same areas,
in a different area.
different areas. Jan Hendrik, because you're doing it slowly, you gotta go for a stealthy roll. So let's go.
Okay.
Let's go Dex and Stealth for you.
Okay.
All right, Marta, you've got to do Wits and Awareness.
Nope.
You go and you touch her wherever, not in her no-no square, but you touch her with the stick.
See, it's not that easy to deflect something you cannot see, and I'll basically do the same with JJ.
Okay,
Your turn,
roll
JJ.
me, roll me Stealth and Awareness, and what's Stealth and Stamina, Dex and Stealth, and Wits and Awareness, Jono. Ooh.
That's
As
close.
you like aim for him, he's like, he just touches the stick.
Very nice. Very nice, JJ. Now, there's easier ways that you can use darkness as your friend. And basically, as Jan Hendrik is walking, there's cans placed in places, and he starts hitting the cans with the stick as he basically comes around. And you can basically tell from which direction he's going to attack. So this is where the environment comes in. The first fundamental I'm going to teach you is sound. Sound is your friend. So you can be the strongest, but if you can use sound, you can basically go places. And basically, he hits the can and he lunges at Marta.
Okay.
This is
Lunges, slow lunge?
still slow, basically.
Still
It's
slow
just-
lunge. Marta, this time you expect it and
Yeah.
you push it away. You like, more like slap it away?
Yeah.
Because you don't know how quickly he's coming in. JJ was the only one, he's like, I'll just push it away. You're like,
And then basically they do the same thing with JJ.
JJ also succeeds because of the sound.
Yeah. So that is today's training. I would like you guys to go like at home and most likely, you know, there's a thing that they say, if you you don't use one of your senses, your other senses become stronger. So first we're going to be learning sound. So if you guys can practice that on the next session, that will basically be very, very good. And then basically we'll go on about sound and stuff like that.
And
And
you'll
that's gonna be the
practice a bit
lesson.
more quicker, and
Yeah.
you'll do things. And at
Yeah.
the end, all three of you are blindfolded, and you try and hit each other. So like in the beginning, you just hear like the sticks, and then like the moment everybody's got a few hits off, they roughly know where each other are, and they like, okay, we're gonna hit this way.
I beat someone with a stick, pin him in the corner.
You tried to hit me, bitch! You tried to hit me!
I only can hit you. I only know where you are.
And then a third person comes, how did you find me? And he starts hitting you.
You're loud as shit.
Just imagine from the outside this weird, like, oh fuck.
But yeah, that's basically the training.
Okay. So the camera cuts. First of all, I want Luan to roll me a charisma and persuasion, please.
Oh, this is not good. Charisma and persuasion.
Yes. Because you're trying to persuade someone.
Oh shit.
That's all I have in charisma and persuasion. I only have one die. Do they say no? Because I have a backup plan.
They do say no, but in your but in your mind, it's just too easy. You know you want to. Come on. You know you want to. Just take a bite. Just take a bite. He's begging for it. His word says no. His mouth, his lips says no, but his body says yes. Come on. What was your backup plan?
I would have gassed him with nitrous oxide. Laughing gas, it makes some people pass out.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's still the same. It's still the same effect at the end.
Yeah. Basically, I will just take out this little metal.
You really hope he
detector.
doesn't laugh, right?
Laughing could be fun if necessary.
Roll me a d100 there, please. Well, before you roll, you gotta tell me high or low.
Low.
Low. So below 50, he doesn't laugh.
He laughs. It's fine. So I take out this thing, and I just spurt like this, like little pressured canister, and just like a poof.
Oh, you in a bus! What are you doing? If you told me you're gonna do this, I would have asked for money. What are you doing? No. What are you? So what are you doing exactly? While
So,
he's laughing a bit, and you know.
So has he passed out yet? With enough of this anesthesia.
After a while, he does pass out. Yeah.
Great. Then
He passes out with a smile.
look around. No problematic people.
It's too early in the morning.
Right. So I want to test my device. So I'm going to extract some blood from him. Unless my beast wants me to bite. If that makes sense.
Okay.
But I will be taking blood one way or another.
All right. So just for this instance, we're gonna have you roll. Wits and medicine. Again, a bit of tremors hit up, so you're gonna stick it into his jugular. Where are you gonna stick it into? Like
Probably
maybe in
arm.
his leg or arm?
Yeah, I'll probably go for that one of the arm things.
Okay. Go for the arm.
Does it look like he is a drug addict in some way? I don't think needles exist here, but
Not really, no.
good. Just making sure.
Yeah. Might be a weed smoker, though. We don't know.
Oh, no.
We don't know. And,
Find out.
wow, your successful rolls even with your hunger. So you've got a what your estimation is of like a pint blood bag or pint baggie that the thing that the blood flows into. It flows into that. It flows into that. Okay. Now, how are you going to cover up the wound?
I'll probably take out some just medical supplies and because
Okay.
I've not read anywhere anything about vampires that can close wounds, so I'll probably just
Yeah.
just wipe it clean, make sure there's no disinfectant.
Make sure the blood is stopped, the bleeding is stopped. You wait like a couple of minutes and you roughly know, like, okay, now it should have been coagulated, and check the wound, and yeah, it's coagulated, so you can take the medic. You're making sure you're not being caught.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the important part.
Yes.
Because I'm very paranoid.
You're very paranoid. And now you've got a bag full of nice and warm. I think you're going to rip into that bag and start drinking right now because of your hunger level.
Yep. 3 hunger. I think it's more like curiosity is sated, it worked, now it's time to eat.
Yeah. So you drink. This will not be your feeding style, but for now it'll work. For now it'll
Feeding
work.
styles, yeah. Bagging is using feeding style, but
Yeah. For now it'll work because you're not there yet. But you do know that what you did previously was the best. Yes.
yes.
So because you're not fully there yet, this will help. And yeah, so you tear into the bag and you start drinking and you squeeze it out, and you're like, okay, cool, I need to create more bags like this. And then roll me an intelligence and science roll again, please.
Speciality doesn't work here, right?
No, sorry, intelligence and medicine, sorry. this is definitely something you should look into. Maybe this can be mass produced. And maybe this can help other things.
Curious.
Yeah, instead of...
Down a note.
Yeah, write down a note. Maybe you can figure out something like this. You do know enough about science and medicine to know how to keep... Well, you're going to have to figure out a way to keep blood from coagulating. But
Shouldn't be too hard.
yeah, there should be a chemical or something you could mix into the bag just to prolong coagulation. Maybe keep it in a colder temperature or something like that.
Even spinning it down at high speeds and potentially splitting something could also work.
Yeah,
Filtering.
yeah. And then I want you to roll me one last wits and awareness, please. Fuck you. No, I didn't say that out loud. You do notice that some of the blood got on you and on your clothes, and some of it spilled. Like, you drank most of it, but you more than, like they say in the olden days, you quaffed it. So most of it got into your mouth.
Yes, but
Yes, but a lot like fell down. Some blood splatter on the ground. Yeah. Luckily, it's a dusty area. You just kick the blood splatter dust. But you have to find your way back home, and hopefully no one sees a bloody you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess you're wearing like khaki clothing and stuff, right?
Yeah, so the blood shouldn't be too hard to see, but yeah, like,
Yeah.
is there a way for me to, like, if I had a jacket or something? Well, probably not a jacket in this weather.
But, I mean, luckily this town is still small enough. You might have just came back from a hunt. A hunt.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I'll sneakily try and get home, and preferably more worried of my roommate than anything else. So trying to get in there without disrupting their training.
Oh, you don't want to disrupt their training. Well,
Nope.
you get back, it's about, like, you get back at about 6. It took you a while to find a well closed off spot and someone of that nature. So you want to make your way quietly as possible to your downstairs place to replace your clothing.
Yep.
Roll me a Dex and Stealth there, please. Now, because you all are focusing on sounds, the trainers, the trainees and the trainer, you're focusing on sounds. I want you all to roll me. Now, this is where Luan is going to help me. We need them to roll an extra dice.
Oh no.
You go to modifier, if I'm correct, and then
Control,
say 1
scroll
and
up.
Yeah, or you just type 1. It should also work.
Then I
I
want...
will say, I couldn't be incorrect. Isn't there a rule about something if you roll a pool and your hunger die is your total pool, that shit happens? Or isn't that...
For this, for the storyline purposes, no, don't worry about that yet.
Thank you.
Remember how I did it in the past? We
Yeah.
played for about 2 months and it's like, okay, cool, guys, now gloves are coming off.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you were like,
Oh.
wait, the gloves are coming off now? I'm like, yeah, now you're in shit.
And then the gloves came off and we ran away every fucking time.
Yeah, because this is my first Kindred storyteller session, and so the gloves will come off at some point. So for now, the gloves, for story purposes, we're cool. So all of you in the training, which means JJ, Jan Hendrik, and Marta,
Yes.
roll me wits and awareness.
Question is, will they also smell blood?
Jan Hendrik and JJ. Because you're doing so reasonably well, Marta is still focusing on trying to get her awareness to a thing, so she's like randomly hitting cans with her blindfold on. And she hits a can, and then she turns around like 3 or 4 times and stops and hits the same can again. And she's like, okay, she knows there's a can. Now she's gonna try and find another one, hit it a couple times, turn around, and then she's gonna hit both of them. You know, she's gonna like try and expand her awareness stuff. So she's very focused on that. But Jan Hendrik and JJ, first thing, a very metallic smell hits your noses from somewhere in the house. You're in the backyard, from somewhere in the house. A very metallic smell. You guys would, you would know what it smells like. It is blood. And with that smell, you hear a door closing. Luckily, this wasn't a fail or success check for him, so that's okay. It just had to see how sneaky he is, and if you pick up on it.
Guys, I think that is going to be our training for today. Also, Martha, just keep in mind, like with this type of training, strength isn't most likely the thing you're looking for. It's patience. It's actually listening, waiting. So just don't use your strength for everything. Use patience, okay? JJ, I think you actually have like a really like a natural thing for like awareness, and we can actually like work on something. You might actually have like a knack for like awareness and stuff. Yeah. Also, that's basically it. Now I'm going to put on a shirt and start the day, you know, guys.
Yeah,
You guys are
JJ
welcome to stay
and
for coffee.
yeah, JJ at this moment, JJ and Jan Hendrik hears another door close. This time lower in what you know, Jan Hendrik, would be where his the door to his room, to Luan's room is. So
Okay.
you hear like from that section of the house, oh, his door closed. You hear a door close, but it's muffled, JJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you guys want coffee, we can basically, you guys can stay. Also, I really want to like maybe see if we can start doing some research on our first, maybe that haunted house, to see what we can find out and see if we can like do our first cleansing, you know? Maybe we get to put your training to action. I don't know. It's like first day trainings. I don't know. I'm getting, you know, like a father's watching their kids walk for the first time. But yeah, get yourself coffee, guys. If you want to go talk, you guys could basically, the kitchen is open. I keep forgetting where he puts the coffee. I'm gonna be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Stay out of the library. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
And then basically go into the. I'll disappear into the house.
And any
Without a
direction
shirt.
you're going? Oh, you're gonna find a shirt.
No, I'm going without
Without
a
a
shirt.
shirt.
I'm going to where the sound was.
Oh. Well, you can assume that you look at the front door. No damage was done to it, so and you sort of like know that it might be Luan because of the second door that closed that you picked up on. And as you move down the stairs to the basement area, yes, in this day and age, Bloemfontein's got basements. In my world, we've got basements, okay? And the smell is also a lot stronger. The irony, the metallic smell is from his room.
Luan?
His door is closed.
Luan, you back?
You hear someone like, fuck, as I hit my head somewhere. Like, yeah, I'm fine. Fine. Give me a
And,
few minutes.
Yeah, Hendrik opens the door.
Yeah, I mean it's your house. You can open the door. Yeah.
No, but it's like his room. He's still like, But he opens the door. He's like, I know what's going on.
Hmm?
You finally start selling tobacco. I knew this day would come. I know the smell of tobacco when I smell it.
Roll me a wits and awareness, Mr. Mr. Jan Hendrik van Skalkwijk.
What's an awareness?
Continue.
I knew this day would come. You know, you could just talk to me. I could have been your like right-hand man in this. You know, I slay vampires. I don't like care about like illegal substances like tobacco. Come on, tell me, you're selling tobacco,
Luan?
aren't you?
Luan, he obviously hasn't noticed the blood stains, the fresh blood stains on your shirt.
There's this moment of like relief, but also like the obviousness. Like, but then you remember the pot of thing he missed. Okay, he will then just casually just like get like something to just throw over him, like he's basically doing something in front of his front. Like, oh well, it's only a test. I've not started, but I have thought that maybe at the back we could actually start growing tobacco as well as some sort of new plant. It's like apparently gives you the mindset to actually sense your ancestors, or just get you very fucking high.
To be honest, how did you expect to get this past me? I have like total awareness, like 100% around me. So what I need to do up your game. Maybe that's going to be your first training session. Lie to your enemy.
And learn to sneak. That is definitely an option. And also learn how to persuade people.
Basically, Jan Hendrik takes out like a book. It's like a black notebook, and he basically starts writing in it. It's basically like teach Luan stealth and lying better. Yeah. So that first lesson, you're a lesson behind. I'm gonna go to the shower. Remember, yeah, we can talk about the tobacco thing. Can't believe you keep this business idea from me.
Just wanted to make sure it would work before I told you. Don't worry, I'll let you know, and I will scribble down. You to get seed from.
And then it goes up like all smirk like and be like.
Yeah, I found him out.
And then basically take a shower.
I will then remove my I will close the door, remove my extremely bloody clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Sigh again, and then take a new set of clothes.
For someone this unobservant, he has survived quite a long time.
I do believe he has the power of luck on his side.
He does, but, or is it you? But, you know that when he's focused on something, he's focused on something. He doesn't really notice when he's he doesn't notice other things. He's still in the training mindset. Luckily for you, he's still in the training mindset.
Plus, I also know that if he's suspicious of me, he'd seen it. But he trusts me, so he didn't. So there's a slight guilt, but also thank God goodness, and I will have to not let this happen again.
Yeah.
So I'll need to figure out my bag idea.
All right. What are the other two doing? Marta and JJ.
Around what time is it now?
It's about 6:30, almost 7ish.
Around 7, Marta will go back to the farm, feed the animals,
Okay.
do her routine thing.
So you're gonna drink coffee that you yourself make.
Yes.
And you, Mr. JJ?
I'm definitely.
You're
not
definitely gonna make the
staying-
coffee. Oh, you're not
I'm
staying for
definitely
coffee.
not staying for the coffee. I would rather go back make my own coffee, drink it, and come back. Because I can't take the risk. If I go make coffee in their kitchen and he sees me, it's gonna be like, no, I'll do it for you. You know you love my coffee. And then what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So if they go back, I'm probably gonna check on my things to see, if my routes have been completed. They're probably gonna hand off the money. Maybe I'll get a little bit of information.
There is a rumor from one of your newspaper boys. Someone made one of the homeless people laugh for some reason, and he wanted to give him money for that.
He wanted to give him money because he made the homeless guy laugh. Okay. I'll write it down, but I'm thinking while I write it, like.
But remember, now the news comes from one of your kids, and he also says, but this guy is constantly smoking weed. So he's constantly smoking majat. And they really don't know if this is a thing. The moment he says he smokes majat, you're like, you know this person. He's like a well-known, sort of beggar, semi-beggar. Yeah.
Write it down in case. Just in case. But I'm kind of like, it's probably gonna go nowhere.
Yeah, it's probably gonna go nowhere. And Marta, you arrive at the farm.
Yes.
No Elsie.
Okay.
Which is... Yeah?
I knew she had a job, so...
Did she? Can you remember if she told you what sort of job it would be?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
Yes.
The cows are mooing, the pigs are oinking, the chickens are varkane cocking. And you do your things. Milk. Make sure the sheep are okay. No snakes. You've got 2 cats now
Yes.
that really likes you.
Okay.
The ginger and the black and white cat.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll put out some milk for them.
And some kibble and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's about 8 o'clock. Oh, there goes my Twitch stream. And my YouTube stream for some reason. Anyway, I'm not recording.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to record now. Luckily, we just need to record the final bit. Let's just record the final bit.
Yes.
And it's about 8 o'clock when you guys are doing your things and, getting ready. You do realize that you plan to move in on the haunted house, if you will.
It's still good on Twitch.
Okay, thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Tyre. Thank you. And we... you gotta meet up. So, 8 o'clock is as good as any time. Once you've done all your things. And Luan, you started sketching what you've done in this time. You've definitely started sketching how you made the things and the connections. And there's improvement. And you do realize that you have to maybe adjust the bag size a little bit. Your calculations was off there by a little bit. You sort of more, because you had so little time to make it, you sort of more guesstimated, this is roughly the size I'm going to need, because you were hungry.
I was. Plus, I can imagine that it's dirty, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's a frustration to clean. Make a note.
Make a note. Maybe try and find something either disposable or cleanable.
That I
Mhm.
can take out a shower. Plus, I also remember this for Marta is the main reason I have this as well. She asked me, so I need to
Yeah.
adjust it for her animals. Be able to adjust it for a pig or a cow or a chicken if she wants.
Yeah.
So I
And
need to.
and the big thing is, yeah, this was just like hastily put together. You will have to figure out. You know what you need to get now to make one that'll fit her needs.
I have a shopping list.
You have
I'm
a
making
shopping
like
list.
a shop list at my
Mm.
thing.
And I'm also going to, well, most of the places only open at 8. Even the black market place opens, well, not opens, but he's usually there when he's there. So you usually just walk past, and if you see him, you go to him. Yeah. And, Jono, I mean JJ, sorry, both J's names with J. Everything is actually going reasonably well with the newspaper and everything. You've got a lot of rumors running about, and the latest one being the guy smoking the Majat. And there's apparently a wealthy visitor in town, but he's out during the day. He only returns at night.
What do you mean by out during the day? Like he's not in the town?
He's not in the town, yeah. Crack of dawn, just before dawn he leaves.
Okay, that's a strange one. I'll probably write that down. Start looking to see if I can find him. Obviously, that'd be.
Okay, if you can find him, okay, so you just send out your informants and see if they'll come back to you with any info. So what I want you to do, JJ, is you want to roll me a resolve and investigation on their behalf. Okay, thank you. They will be out and asking about for things and trying to figure out what they're going to do. Quite a good roll, you bastard. And, yeah, so it's about 8 o'clock-ish. And you all know you got to meet up somewhere, and most likely, probably the house. The, house of Luan and Jan Hendrik. All these J names, man. I'm so happy you didn't go with Janet or something there. Angel M. Fucking hell.
At least I'm an L.
You're an L, yeah. But JKL, it's like...
Plus JJ has 2 J's for you.
Yeah. And, yeah, so it's round about 8 o'clock, 8:15-ish, that everybody's meeting in the living room of Luan and... Well, not Luan and, but Jan Hendrik and Luan's place. Yeah, so what's your plans?
I want to go. I want to banish the first thing in that haunted house. Get a win, if you guys want to do that. Also, I have a shitload of books that will be picked out that you guys can maybe help on, and we can read and find ways to see what we can do on the house. There's there's a few things we know. One, it's a child ghost thing. Two, I don't know. I can't remember if it's aggressive.
I will just add here, it may not just be a child.
Another one.
It may be a multiple about a mother, a son, and a daughter. Because I know that the one bed is how I got into memory.
Can you remember what bed it was?
It was the main bedroom, if I'm correct, because that's where the wife was killed. She was lying next to me, and I went around, and then. So, that's probably a strong locus. It was all started.
So, what I thought we could do, I mean, Luan, you just quickly help me find the most prominent books. If we read the correct books, which is only certain books that most likely Luan will know because he's mostly in the library, we can actually find a way to banish this. Who's in? Who's out? Who has an idea? What are we doing?
I don't have any other ideas, so we can do that.
Okay, so
Sure. I'm in.
okay, and then
Uh,
basically, yeah.
You mentioned something about books. I want both of you to roll me.
Okay.
I'm talking about both of you, you and Luan, to
Yeah.
roll me an. What's an occult, please? Both of you.
Do I get a speciality because it was not a grimoire?
It's not a grimoire, no. Okay, that's good. Your combined rolls. Fucking Jan Hendrik saved you on that one because he knows the books. He knows the books.
Shockingly.
You do know that there is something you might have to burn to stop the haunting.
So
I just, sorry,
Yeah.
Carl. While we're looking for books, I want to, in our pile of books we get, I want to put the book I read about the vampire clans, and just slip it below another book, out of the library, if possible. Just
Oh, so
put
you
it
kind
with
of
the
you
ghost-
kind of want to put it in a spot where you know where to find it.
Oh no, I want to take it out and hand it to JJ and say, this is a ghost book, read it. Because I know JJ did ask me for some help. So I want to just help him.
Thank you.
I
Okay,
know-
so what's the intention? You want so JJ, do you want to take this book out of the library?
Okay, where I get to take it as long as I get to read the thing.
He's not allowed to take it out of the house. I will make sure of that.
Okay.
But I want to basically say, this is a
Oh, so
ghost
during
book.
that time, you give him a book and say, "Listen, maybe you'll find something in here." You basically give books to everybody, right? And maybe you'll find something in here. What book do you give to Marta?
So I think because JJ will help Marta, I think Marta will help us with normal ghost thingies. So I think I'll give a normal ghost book for Marta, or on haunting stuff like that, because I know JJ will most likely share the info with Marta. I don't want it to be too obvious.
No, that's definitely that would actually pass because he's focused on finding the ghost, and if everybody helps reading it, I mean, he's gonna make sure everybody leaves the books behind.
Oh yes.
So JJ,
Wood.
JJ, what are you specifically looking for in your ghost book?
First of all, so I'm looking for anything that really stands out in terms of paranormal. One, how these things would work. Two, anything that has to do with like any interesting thing that have to do with how it exists, like how to defeat a thing like that, or any of those types of things.
You remember
But
it's a
also
ghost
under-
book.
It's a vampire book.
It's a vampire
yeah.
book, yeah.
But I'm trying to learn anything about like clans,
Yeah, roll me in what's an
any
invest.
information.
Yeah.
Most likely, what I'm doing is I want to take this book and save as much info in my head and like sneakily write notes to have my own thing in the side.
Ooh, wow. Already lots of kunkels and kabels here. You know, a lot of like overt and subversion going on. First of all, I want you to roll me intelligence and investigation there, JJ.
I've been waiting on doing this roll. Oh, but it works. Fuck! It didn't work. Damn it!
Then I want you to roll me a resolve and awareness.
Can he use willpower? Well, we're not allowed to yet. Sorry.
Not yet, no.
That one works.
Okay, so what you've committed to memory at the moment is that the first one was Cain. He was blessed by the Lord to walk the earth forever. And you've learned something about not being under running water.
So he's the original, and then you something. Don't mess with running water.
Yes. And so you want to take notes. Okay, so let's see if you can take extra notes. Let's do you gotta be sneaky. I wonder if it's going to be subterfuge though.
Fuck.
Oh no, that's just lying. Well, you might have to roll that in if you get caught. Then go Dex and stealth. See if you can
Dex and
sneakily pull it off.
Oh.
Now, Jan Hendrik, how focused are you on finding info about this ghost?
He's basically his main priority at the moment.
Okay. Okay, you
Jan
can.
Hendrik will,
Mm.
like, Jan Hendrik walks up to JJ, looks him straight in the eye, and says, "Oh, I know that book. You got the book, a book about the I think it's about the lady ghost, right? That's my
Yeah.
favorite one. That's good. That's a good book." And it basically continues like to Marta, like, "Oh, did you find something?"
I'm still reading.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna just pick something and read. Yeah.
You literally, what happened? This scene happened. He walks over to you, look you in the face. While you're sitting there, there's this giant a list of clans, known vampire clans on the book. While you're taking a note right next to it, you're looking at it and you're writing down. And he comes over to you and he looks you in the eyes and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is the ghost book." Yeah. And you're like, "Yes." And you're writing down.
Thank God my boy don't read.
No, thank God your boy is focused.
No, he doesn't read the books though. Low key, you know how long it took him to start reading the books.
That too, yeah.
I think the more you understand why Luan always says he's the smartest dumb person I know.
So
And
after
then-
yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, continue.
Okay, after about an hour, there's going to be another hour that passes, so it'll be 9 o'clock in the morning. You've got the info. You've got the ultimate answer you wanted to get was, oh, we need to burn something in the house.
Most likely the whole house.
That's one way of doing it.
Then we don't miss anything. Wait, wasn't the house important to someone?
Not really. The reason we did the house is because
The
A
house
new
was
story.
important. Dude, but wasn't that someone's house?
Not someone
It's
alive.
the abandoned
What?
haunted house.
Yeah, why the fuck we burned the whole thing down?
Technically, we as players know it's potentially the vampire's den, but
That's true. I actually forgot about that. But isn't like
We do know
isn't
that.
Elsie's place?
I was told we
No,
were
That's
told that
another
as a
house.
clue.
Elsie is buying a
Right.
different house on a different deal. I think.
Then burn that fucking place down. Like, burn. It says burn. Make it
I will
burn.
say that
Oh, yeah.
the ground will still stay possessed unless we burn the actual thing. It'd be a skull or a body. It could be a trinket or a dress, even the murder weapon. But we have to destroy that, or else we may actually just let it free and it walk Bloemfontein and, or make it angry. Remember, the house is like a wall or a ward against it. So we need to find what to fucking burn.
Then, someone I can actually know this is JJ. JJ, do you know of old like newspapers about like a house, about like what happened to the family, how the family got murdered? You're like an expert on like all news.
Oh, and also what
do I
was
know?
never found or something. Sorry, Yoko.
Do I know?
Because you were talking about the house last night, I thought I would say that you've actually read up on it when you went back. See if you can find old newspaper clippings or old stories or whatever. You did find, however, that there was a brutal femicide and suicide in that house. And there's a reason why nobody wants to touch that house. Because something this bad happened there. You know, the father went out and killed his wife. Well, killed his kids, his wife,
And then himself.
and then himself. Now, in the order of which he did those, obviously he killed himself last. But you don't. But there's no info on who he killed, like, and what order they were killed.
Okay.
And it
So-
is generally like, the general assumption is like every time something weird happens in town, it's usually around the house. That's why not a lot of people are actually willing to either destroy it or, you know, people are very, very
Superstitious?
superstitious. Yes. They're very stitious. They're superstitious even.
Mm.
So they don't
All
want
the
to.
stitious.
Yeah, all the stitious. So they don't even want to. Like, even clergymen and everything went in there and they're like, nah. We don't want anything to do with this. This thing will have to stand until we've forgotten what this is.
Ew.
Yeah, they're that afraid of it. They're that stitious of it.
Yeah. So, man goes crazy, kills his whole family, then himself. And now everyone doesn't want to touch the house.
But what did he kill? Did they find a murder weapon?
That I don't know.
It was a knife.
There was a knife. Okay.
Maybe we go check the house just to see if we can find something. Maybe most likely in the day.
Well, it
And
is
we
9
just go-
o'clock in the morning, yeah, so.
Yeah, so we can just go look and see if we find anything.
Maybe we can do the same thing that happened to me, so we can actually go sleep on the bed, and try and enter the spirit world. Because again, I gleaned some information about the order of the killings. He chased this little girl around the table. She was the last one. But maybe you guys see something better. Maybe he dropped something or something happened.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. But even with that, how would we know the item which itself holds this thing? Because assuming it's even if assuming it's a knife, we can take the knife, burn it, destroy it, whatever. But that doesn't really mean, anything. What if it's, I don't know, something they touched or anything like that? And even if we see that, how
We can
will we
take it.
know? Okay, burn that thing.
We take everything that looks valuable.
I
And we
think
burn
we
it.
So we
will
just have a house.
know if something is haunted. I just have a gut feeling. Plus, we can do a similar divination we did with the hands.
We
Maybe.
could use holy water, salt, throw it in salt, throw the items in salt. If it starts screaming, burn it.
Sounds like a plan.
And then we burn the house.
We
The last thing is we burn the house. Who's gonna
buy the house, then we burn it.
Buying the
Ooh.
house and keeping it. I'm sorry, a house.
Jax,
That thing would
what's
sell
it?
for so cheap. Sorry.
Then we just have a block of land and we can build whatever we want.
That's true.
Ooh, we could have like
We don't have to live in a
nice-
murder house. Because
We have,
even
like, a
if it's
nice-
not possessed, it's still a murder house.
But I don't have money.
It will probably be very cheap.
Oh, okay.
See,
You'll figure something out. It's
I may
fine.
have a business venture that may become.
Now that's what I like to hear.
I know what you're talking about, Luan. I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. This man is a madman. Thought he could sneak it all past Jan, but he couldn't. I'm always watching.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
In the wrong direction sometimes, but always watching.
Let's it out, boys and boys needs girls. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Martha. That was weird. Let's head out.
No worries.
I
Can
slapped
we
him on the
stop?
head for being rude, just like.
I deserve that.
Can we stop at Tiffany's before we head to the house?
Okay.
I just want to ask her something.
Okay. Also, just before we go, we might need some salt, holy water, tears of a child. I don't know, maybe like innocence and stuff kills vampires and demons and shit. I have no idea.
Oh no, it doesn't kill them. They eat it. So that's why you always sacrifice virgins.
Okay, note to self: do not use tears of innocence. Okay.
I will go. We have a shit ton of salt left over when we had to soak you in it. Remember?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do that, and we can dip it in the salt, then in the holy water, and then we dip it back into the salt, almost like we do like oil. What's that fucking? How you make fried chicken? First in the batter, and then you dip it back. You know, extra fried.
We can also your silver.
Why do we have to make this so complicated?
He's making it complicated, by the way.
You can get a spray bottle of holy water. I think we may have a few jugs left, or in the back, and then salt, and we just throw.
Yeah,
shit
it's part of
salt.
your armory. There's still some bottles with water in, and you just assume that it's
Yeah.
holy water.
Mm-hmm.
They've got like
to be honest,
rosary.
I
It's
don't-
like giant jars, like with rosary with a translucent liquid in it, and rosary beads at the bottom.
By the way, I don't think crosses work. I've tested it way too many times, and it doesn't work. Like, I even give it to that. Like, we all know who the fuck he is, and he still took the freaking cross. So crosses don't work for shit.
I write a note and it's like, curious. And I will basically, no one sees this, but I write it in the book that I gave to JJ and be like, add this to the note. Okay. Like, I'm updating the book. Right there.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna stop at Tiffany's first, all of you.
I'm gonna wait outside. I don't really like that lady's just creepy.
I also don't want to go in. She offended.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
you guys
she's-
are gonna stand
she's-
outside.
Yeah.
Okay. It's again the familiar. Imagine a witch's cottage in the middle of a town. Lots of plants on the outside, and all of you roll me a wits and awareness, please. Once you get there. Okay. JJ and Luan. You get there and you sort of notice like a blue and red colored blur. Maybe it was a bird that flew off. Like on the roof of the cottage. It's like, oh, interesting. It flew somewhere.
Red and blue coloration. That's an odd choice for a bird.
Well, it might have been a lilac-breasted roller, which is kind of strange in this part of South Africa, Bloemfontein, Free State.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can Google lilac-breasted roller. This troupand in Afrikaans. Beautiful looking fucking bird, by the way.
I can imagine. But yeah, the Luan is like, it's not supposed to be here.
Yeah. Interesting.
Looks like a mood ring.
Maybe. So it's basically just JJ and Marta going in.
Yep.
You open the door, the familiar scent of herbs and spices, not necessarily 11 secret ones, hits your senses. And the first thing you notice, Marta, is there's another blue cat.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. JJ, you point this out to JJ. He's like, JJ, you also see the blue cat. But like, as it walks and whatever, as it walks, it like leaves blue dust particles behind.
Is Tiffany there?
Tiffany is busy, like slightly off to the side behind the counter. She's busy, like boiling something.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's just like, oh, just hang on, dearies. I'm just quickly 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're fine. And you hear like the sound of something hitting something a couple of times, sort of like teaspoon and cup type of thing.
Okay.
And she comes out and she's like, oh, good morning, dearies. How have you been doing?
Been doing all right.
Why? What can I do you for today?
I just wanted to come by and ask you to ask your friends to stop sending blue cats to my farm, please. And I point to the blue cat.
Okay, will do. Why do they send it to
you.
your farm, though? Why do blue cats show up at your farm? They're only here most of the time.
Well, I think your friends are trying to convince me that blue cats exist. Because they pretended to be a blue cat when I was here once.
You hear somewhere in the rafters, Crivens! And she's like, okay. So what else can I help you with?
Oh, that was just it. I just wanted to ask.
How's the hunger treating you all?
Hasn't come back yet, so I haven't had to deal with it a second time, which is nice. But I still need to figure out what I want to do when I inevitably do get hungry.
Same here, but I have a plan. Luan is helping me with a device to extract blood. So I can possibly get blood from the animals on the farm. So I don't have to
Without
find it
killing them,
somewhere else?
that's without
Yes,
killing them, that's
without killing them.
not as horrible. Still horrible, but it's more humane.
I think so too.
And anything else aside from the hunger? So we know coffee doesn't work, or apples.
No.
Okay. Okay,
Most
so it's
food just tastes bland.
so it's
without
definitely
a drop
just.
of something.
It's definitely just okay. I'll remember that. I'll make notes. Interesting. It's an interesting difference between here and where
if
I come
you-
from.
If you drink animal blood, you can hear the animals for a while.
Oh, and you don't have to do any like magic or something?
No, it just happens, and you can't turn it
Interesting.
off.
Interesting. Okay, awesome.
So what's the vampires like where you come from?
Oh, we've got what do they call them? They call themselves the Black Ribboners. They usually try to not feed. They're the good ones, as we call them. And they usually bite into apples if the urge gets too strong, or they bite into it, or they drink a lot of coffee. Oh, they drink a lot of coffee.
Okay.
Yeah. And some of them even bite into the sacks of beans of coffee and suck on that.
That's interesting.
And I know there's one that takes photos for some place, and every time the flash goes off, he falls into dust. He turns into dust, and then a few seconds later, he's back again. He always swears before he turns into dust. It's so funny. As if he's expecting it.
I can imagine that's not a very pleasant experience for him.
Probably not. Maybe you guys can test it out. But how would we...
I don't think I want to turn into dust though.
Okay, that makes sense. And anything else? I've got something brewing in the back.
Oh, that was it for me. Anything from you, JJ?
No, currently no.
Okay. We'll let you get back to your brewing then.
All right. And you leave, you close the door, you see the others, and as you just like, you're the last one to exit, Marta, you close the door, and you hear someone saying, "Oh no, it's the stamping of the feet."
Okay.
Yeah. And you meet the other two. Both of you meet the other two. They're standing outside talking about something, and the last thing you hear is, "If it needs be." Wait, no, hold on. Hold on, the conversation was still going.
Sorry, typing.
What? You hear, "What about someone else's?" That's the conversation you catch up on. "What about someone else's?"
Oh,
Well-
hello.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
You guys get what you came for?
Yes.
Okay. Let's head out. Let's go see if we can slay some demons.
Demons.
Most likely.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Oh yeah. We never know until we know.
That's true.
We're
And-
training, guys, and expect the unexpected. And it basically takes like a small rock and throws JJ with it. But like hard, like you. It's like expect the unexpected, and then he throws the rock.
Oh, expect the unexpected. Do we need to roll here? Let's
You
roll.
have to.
Let's roll.
Feel like shit.
Dex and athletics. We've already decided that that's going to be throwing on your part, Jan Hendrik. And then I need you to dodge. You're actually also going to do Dex and athletics, I'd say.
Is it dev for athletic or strength for athletics to throw? And we say strength for athletics.
Oh, it was strength and athletics.
Doesn't matter. I threw a 3.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Holy shit!
He dodges it perfectly. Expect the unexpected. He's like, what?
I have to say that is actually what awareness. That's actually a thing. Let's go.
And right about now,
Is it up?
Marta goes, "Huh." She's like, oh, okay.
Her only weakness, awareness.
I just imagine like you throw it and she just punches you in the face, just like, wow, okay.
Oh, God, did I get it? Did I do it?
Did I do it?
Offense, best defense.
Mhm.
To dodge if you can punch the
Yeah.
thing hurting you.
And you get to the house. You do see that people like avoid, they give a wide berth to the house or the area when they walk there, when they have to cross. You'll literally see people like go over to the street and walk over and continue on their normal route. They'll go stay as far away from this house as possible. You also do know that kids also sometimes play in the house and dare each other to stay as long as they can. But yeah, this is an overgrown house. You've been here before. You've experienced I would say about half of the house. And you guys, I guess you guys walk in. Are you going to do something before you walk in, or?
Do we check outside before we go inside? Like maybe see if there's footprints coming in or out. Maybe might be homeless people. We never know.
Might be homeless people. You're checking for footprints. I mean, it is quite a dusty area of town, and it is Bloemfontein in the 1920s, so there's not a lot of irrigation at the moment. Well, at least not in this house, or around this house. You wouldn't be able to, from the outside, you wouldn't be able to make out any tracks.
Okay.
I mean, it is an old abandoned house, so some of the windows are off their hinges, and plant life has covered most of the outside of the house a bit. And it's just, it doesn't look lived in, i.e. homeless people.
Okay. Okay, that's basically me. Just remember to look at the roof.
Yes, just remember that most likely there won't be too many creepy things a day. You say as I basically like throw a salt line in front of the door, like while I'm saying this, and I will go to the back and also do a salt line there, like the back door.
And you
I think
basically
there's-
cover all the windows.
Yeah, just making sure there's all the entrances has salt on.
Salt on it. And you're making sure that if there's something inside, it won't get out.
Yep, exactly.
And if something's outside, it won't get in.
Yo, hope maybe not that. Maybe if something inside, we can run out and then it's stuck.
Is that your plan? Okay.
JJ,
Yeah.
do you remember like in the articles, like everything you like in the house that looks the same as your article? We highlight them. Maybe we can like, I don't know, narrow it down. Or you can do what you want to, and then we can use all the objects that in this like article, and we start burning them, I suppose.
You get you walk around. So the house is sort of like designed in like a the house is sort of like designed in a block, where the middle part of the house is the braai area, right? So the braai area is actually outdoors. You can
Like a
access,
courtyard.
yeah, like a courtyard. You can access it from 3 doors, the courtyard, and then there's the dining room, which is right next to the living room. And you go to the dining room and you say, like, they found the daughter's body around the dining table. And you look around and there's a darkened patch of ground, darkened red, almost black patch of ground on next to one of the legs, and that darkened color is also somewhat like on the leg and a bit on the table. And then you go to these bedrooms. And the one bedroom is a kid's bedroom that also has a patch of dark color on the floor. And basically just a dark patch of color on the floor. And you get to the main bedroom where the wife was killed. There's no dark patches.
Is there still like an indent of where I went and lied?
Yeah, the bed is a little bit unkempt, as if someone slept there recently. He points out that he did sleep on the bed.
That was me.
Okay. In your vision, did she die on the bed? Or on
She
the
was
floor?
on the bed. She was looking at me in my eyes. It was very creepy. Like I just woke up and she was there, and I was like, ah, shit. But she wasn't moving. So.
Can we take off? Is it okay? So the bed, is there like blankets and duvets and things on the bed,
Yep.
or is it just a mattress?
It is basically the house has been left as it was.
Okay.
Carried the bodies out and then
And-
shit started happening.
Can we take?
He mentions
everything
it
off?
through the article that he read. Yeah.
Can we take everything off to see if there's maybe a stain on the mattress itself?
You take it off, mattress is clean.
That is disconcerting.
Is
Clean but dusty. So no marks, but it's still dusty. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did find 3 bodies, right? The mother and the 2 children.
Yes.
well, then they should have found 4
Well,
with the
Especially
photo.
the level of the father,
Oh yeah.
And the father, yeah.
because he killed himself, so there's not much for him to move.
Yeah. But I'm afraid if the mother moved afterwards.
Did you said they found a weapon?
They did. It was a knife.
Like they found it, they
Yeah.
took it.
They took it, yeah.
Maybe a toy. Can I check the kids' room for like any like toys?
The
or-
kids' room with the blood spatter.
Yeah.
I will also loudly just say, well, something horrific is the sense that maybe bones or of the bodies could also be something. I know that he sang about her blue eyes a lot, so it
I don't know.
yeah.
But if we saw the girls, so shouldn't we look in the girls' room rather than, or did they both sleep in the same room?
No, she was in her own room. I was trying to get her out, but she didn't see me.
Maybe do you know if she was playing with something specific? Because, like Jan said, maybe it's a toy that's keeping her here.
Hmm.
Do I remember anything like that?
She was, now that you think about it, she was busy with something. But you can't really, I mean, you didn't really notice everything because this weird shit was happening all around you. She was busy with something on the floor.
Let's go to her room.
Yeah.
I want to go look on the floor the way she was busy with.
You find nothing on the floor. Can you all roll me, if you're all in her room, all roll me let's do an investigation. So it's going to be, let's go, are you going to spend a lot of time there? So I'm giving you the option, either wits and investigation, or resolve an investigation.
What's an investigation? What's that one?
Wits and investigation. That
Can we
is...
each choose, or do all of us have
No,
to choose?
choose the best one for you.
What's an investigation?
No, JJ!
Some.
I told you.
Reporter!
Reporter,
This is
boy!
my job. This is my
My-
job. What's up?
My folk Marlies.
Yes.
Mijn
Yes.
Bokmalan.
Yes. See. Okay, that is fucking amazing. You're all looking on the ground, and JJ is the only one that's like looking around the room. And he sees you see like a cupboard with some papers sticking out. Like the cupboard was closed hastily. And there's papers, like the drawer is closed, and there's like, you see this part of a paper.
Mhm.
Yeah. You open it, and there's drawings. Very a lot of scratchy. The art style is a scratchy type of drawing, like a kid would have drawn it. And there's a strong focus of a shadowy figure, but you see the only part that's not scratched in the shadowy figure are the eyes. And then you also see a very crude drawing of a bed, but it's scratched. You have to really try and figure out. Crude drawing of a bed, and crude drawing of a dining room table, and a very crude drawing of a floor in the house. Now, if you take what you know already, the floor bit is probably the boy's bedroom. The son's bedroom. The rest does make sense. Bigger bed and the dining room table.
Where they were killed.
Mm.
Come here. Come look at this.
I will head over.
You all see the
You
same.
find
It is really unsettling. And in each of those drawings, with the bedroom and whatever, there's always the darker figure that's scratched in, but the eyes are the only part of the figure that's not scratched.
There's a few theories I have on this. Either this happened before the murder and it's one of the kids, most likely the daughter, right? Or it happened afterwards. Both could be correct. You said you fell asleep in one of these beds and you saw something. We also heard something about people being in here. I wouldn't be surprised if it was either the dad had problems before he went full crazy and committed suicide, because, leading up. Bless you!
So cute.
Because leading up to something like that, you would think you would see signs. So there may have been erratic behavior that led for to him, doing that, and obviously that gave the kids some issues. The other thing could be this place obviously is haunted, and people that have come here have seen something or had strange dreams or something that happened. Because while it does look like a child's drawing, you can't fully say, oh no, a child drew this. It could be an adult that is just freaking out and in like the worst mental place possible.
Or an adult who was possessed by one of the children.
That's the other one.
Or the daughter could see into the future, and I know it sounds dumb, but maybe she knew it was coming. But do
Maybe.
you think this dark figure is the father, or do you think it's something else?
That's the other thing I was thinking. It could be not the father. It could be what caused the father to act the way he was. Maybe the haunted is not because of the murder. It was haunted before the murder, and that's why that happened in the first place.
So what are we looking for? Artifact? A totem?
Right now we're looking for more information. We can't find an artifact or a totem without understanding fully what these people are about, what most likely caused this. Because if you're looking for something, it'd be something connected to the people of interest. That would be the item that hold that emotion or spirit or whatever. So there's no way that we're going to be able to just grab random items in this house and figure it out.
Which is fair, but I think what we need to do is before we go, is check every room at least once. Maybe we find just something. And then back to the drawing board, I suppose.
I will
Yeah?
say that maybe these things are leading us to the area.
Yeah.
It's just that these pictures are almost like a X marks the spot.
Is there like an attic? It's like a...
Oh no,
Or
there's
basement.
no attic. Not a basement as far as you can tell.
Because
There's no lower level. It was only this level.
Yeah. So, as far as I know, whatever's keeping the spirits here has to be in the house. I assume so. Because if it's somewhere else, they would be haunting somewhere else.
Yeah, it's something that's keeping them here or themselves keeping
Yes.
them. Yeah. Should we go to the blood spot near the table and do some burning and salting, or you guys want to try and sleep on the bed and see if we can access again? As I said, it's very weird. There's no blood on the bed. See, there should be blood on the bed.
Yes.
We can try that.
If I sleep on that bed, someone needs to stand watch.
Oh,
I'll be honest with
yes.
you.
We're here.
I'll
Legit.
do that, but I'll try that.
The thing is, you may see something, especially because if you see what I saw, you'll be prepared this time. I was not.
Yeah.
So he basically runs you through what he saw, so that you are prepared. And I take it you guys move to the master bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
You have to open your third eye. I read something about third eye. I don't know what that means, to be honest.
It's a whole thing. Some people actually put like spikes on their head to.
Open your third eye. Good luck.
Do you feel tired, JJ? That's what happened to me.
Right now, you don't feel really tired. Are you gonna sit
No.
down on the
Focus.
bed?
Focus, JJ.
Are you
Focus.
gonna sit on the bed?
I'm gonna sit on the bed. I heard about a breathing technique, but I'm not sure if it will work. But I'm gonna try and do it from memory.
Now do
Is
it
it
from
working,
memory
Jan?
for me, please.
I slap Jan just like.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see if it works. Shit.
What?
So what's your breathing technique? Tell me. Show us.
He's breathing from his asshole.
Oh, it's like
You just see the beds get pulled in.
Like,
oh fuck. basically like super deep breathing, like long, deep breath, and then you hold it, and then you sort of let go.
It's sort of like a meditation thing, yeah.
It's almost like, yeah, it's sort of like a meditation thing, just like slow yourself down.
He does this. He does this like 2 times. You're like, okay, cool. Here's the 3rd time when he goes. And on his 3rd inhale of breath, he gets knocked over. He falls back onto the bed. And the screen goes dark. And it opens up on a different scene. You see Elsie and a man, and they're busy with blood play, and it's very steamy. Yellow sheen of light caresses the curves of their bodies, well muscled bodies, and very, you know, it's Hollywood style. It's a decent lovemaking scene, and the camera starts flickering, and in between the flickers, you see blood splatter, and you see like a silhouette of someone falling down, and the camera stops flickering, and you see Elsie staring down at something, blood running from her mouth and onto her, well, obviously PG-13, she's naked, but there's blood running down, and you can see there's shock in her eyes. And she starts looking around, and she's like, oh no, 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 what have I done? What have I done? And she gets her clothes on, and she runs out of the door. And as she runs like down the streets of Bloemfontein, you hear the following. Miskien dra ek die letsels van my gedrag en die skete van my onverantwoordelikheid. The end of tonight's episode.
Well, shit.
Is it working, JJ? Is it working? Sleeping?
Loud snoring coming from there. As she
Open your third eye. Open your third eye.
And that
Can't see shit.
And that is the end. Just to let you know, to give you, for those of you who don't know, to give you a bit of background to why this happened. And you as players will have to know it, but the characters, your characters don't. Keep that in mind. Is that Tigress is going to go on a bit of a break.
Yeah.
For the next couple of months. She's going to go on a bit of a break. And there was mention that she might return. And we'll take it as it comes. She needed, like, it's just personal stuff. Didn't go much into detail, and I didn't want to ask. But she's taking a bit of a break. And you guys will have to try and figure out what happened in the house next week. And figure that out. And who knows? Once she comes back, it'll be a scary story for that time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
So essentially you can make of the scene what you want. that I've explained to the viewers and to you as the viewers, basically.
Yeah.
But that is what happened.
Holy shit.
So how are y'all doing? How are you feeling?
That's a good session.
Yes.
That
Got
would be
some
bad.
training. New business opportunities opening up.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start Marlboro.
Actually,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
probably gonna start something as American as you can think of, and it'll be probably Texan.
Yeah. And that's the story of like how a cigarette company was made by someone thinking we were gonna sell tobacco, but it was actually blood. It's like crazy.
I love that. You knew iron smell. Yes, it's tobacco.
It must be tobacco. Yeah.
I will
I-
say that role of JJ. That
I didn't expect him to make that role.
That's insane.
To be fair, the other roll that I rolled a 2 on should have been also equally as insane. I'm just saying. But
Yeah.
I kind of was like, oh, you want the, I looked at the 2 and I was like, I know I have very high investigation. So then I just looked between the 2 and I was like, Bro, which is higher? Like, give me it. Give me the 3 instead of the 2. And I rolled it, made it perfect, and I was like,
Nice.
Yeah, and Tigress was in the chat the whole time,
Yes.
and she said, "I'll make sure to check in on you, my love, my beauties." There we go.
There we is.
And what do
also-
you think is the item?
The item is the tragedy of their innocence.
probably the blood. I would think blood splatter. We need to burn the blood splatter.
You're thinking in the
blood
right.
splatter.
You're thinking in the right direction, yes.
I'm
But
more
you're not
worried-
100% there yet.
I'm more worried about there's no blood on the fucking bed.
Just Tamagoshi.
I'm more like, is she a vampire? Did she just stand up? But vampires bleed a lot, so.
That's true. I have
Going
no
to be
idea.
Interesting.
I like no idea.
We have a week to think about this.
What else you can do to figure out?
Did,
What it
did,
is.
did I at least scare someone with like? I think I tried to scare Luan of like trying to like. Looks like I found him out, but then I was like. Being
Dude,
very,
I
very
was freaked out. I'm like, okay, let this just play out.
I was very worried because it's like, oh no, I'm in a vampire hunter's house and he doesn't realize he's a vampire yet. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
And then I did it with Jono. And I was like.
And then the Jono thing, I'm like, oh shit.
And I'm like,
Nope.
I keep doing it where you go like, and then he's like, oh, that's a good book. It's my favorite. Yeah,
You fucker.
I loved it.
You fucker.
Okay.
for a second, I was like, let's see where this goes. Oh shit, let's see where this goes. And it's like, yeah, the ghost lady. And I was like, yeah, the ghost lady, yeah.
Well, because it would be really unfair without like rolling for it.
Mm.
So I was like, I want to be straightforward, but just like, nah, like, just want to scare a bit.
Yeah.
And be like, I don't know shit.
You bring an element of randomness to this, which is
Always
fucking
do.
scary.
But I'm just glad that JJ got some vampire look. Not enough, but we'll feed him some.
That was the worst roll I could have gotten. I got the best scenario and the worst roll. I needed all the info. And I was
You
like,
I'm sorry.
yeah, okay, right? That dude in a bibble.
You needed at 7.
And then it's like, yeah, don't stand underwater. So,
You know,
my
don't
God,
take a
yes.
shower, essentially.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Don't take a shower and remember the Bible.
It's
Yeah.
fine, at least.
He's the OG. What am I gonna do with that information? Nothing.
No, that's
Offending-
only
Wow,
what you
that's what
remembered,
parents
though.
is, though.
That's only what you remembered. You've written a bunch of random shit down. We'll roll
Was
for
this
that
like
next
shit?
week.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna check the book and it's gonna say stupid shit.
At least you'd also know that with Luan, because I did mention like the Toreadors and Tremors and Nosferatu, big bands I know about. So there's some information. Plus, you know he is nice. He's trying to at least give you something, so you stop harassing Jan.
And check the book and be like schizophrenic homeless people, and I'm like, what does that mean? Huh?
Uh-huh. No, the homeless people is the Ravnos. The schizophrenic people are the Malkavians.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be both. Okay, I don't know.
Just imagine they just wrote it like homeless person and just like, say that's a vampire clan. Homeless.
Crazy
That's
ass.
like a crazy.
Crazy ass shit. Loco.
My aliens is literally just the crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room.
It's basically like mal, uitroepteken.
And you know what's funny? Everyone's like, oh, but everyone's crazy. Then you meet your from Malkavian and you're like,
It's different.
They slay.
Slay.
no, they get slayed.
Let get slay. Exactly.
They slay in a different way.
Yep.
Yeah, like you played my plans, dude. Absolutely destroyed it.
You slayed our campaign. I'm sorry. No, we have no Malkavians this time, and you cannot multi-class in Vampire the Masquerade. Imagine if you could. Just
Oh shit.
multi-class, you get all the complexes, all the mental illnesses. If I play a Katif, I would be like that. Just like,
I want to. I low-key want to see it like.
I summon my greatest power. What's that? Issues.
Issue.
that's literally Vampire the Masquerade. Your powers are issues.
Yeah.
Anger issues, insanity.
Oh, my only weakness
OCD.
is a group of people. No.
No.
I'm waiting for one when, well, technically, potentially, Tigers is now turned. But I'm curious on when one of us gets oopsie biteyed.
Oh, there's
Or we bite them.
already 2 plans in the works. And then a
Oh,
third
shit.
one that was provided to me yesterday, or 2 days ago, that wants to do that. So there's 2 plans in the works.
Do we need to make a plan to become vampires? Is this what's happening?
No. That's background plans.
That's background.
Yeah.
I still
It's
don't
like-
see how we're gonna jump a vampire, like respectfully. I don't know how it's gonna happen.
Keep in mind, like, the only freaking OP vampire is the flippin' old guy. But like, I think we could take like a normal.
Technically, with enough training, if, like, that's the thing. If we all get some combat training, we should be able to at least get him down. Plus, as soon as we bite him, that's the thing. As soon as we get in, that already makes it much easier for us, Semi, to get to keep him there.
That our new strat is Marta throws them with bait and just crushes them, and then we can just eat them afterwards.
Why me?
Why me? Wait, no.
Because then-
Again. Why? Doof.
And basically like a machine gun. She takes the chickens. Wat kakken man? Wat?
No, what will happen is that we're gonna walk up to a vampire, and the vampire's just gonna try and hit Marta, and she just catches the hand and breaks it, and like,
Oh shit! She is aware.
yes, like I'm aware now.
Oh,
But yeah, I imagine just Ben is like, you're my familiar. Oh,
Yeah.
well,
I would have a cow.
I'm so
familiar.
glad to be here.
Yay.
Is this the happy place?
Wow.
My happy place.
No,
No,
honestly, Elsie would want you to throw that fucking pig. Just imagine everyone,
What?
and then you just see the ball slap into the vampire's face, and
On
just
my
like,
face.
my balls.
butt first, just like on the
Not
vampire.
Not my balls.
Yes, gargle the ball. Sorry, forget that. Down.
She throws it. She throws it. She throws it. She looks at it, and she's like, teabagging.
Yeah, she invents
Yep.
teabagging.
Yeah, she invents teabagging. Yeah.
Um, we'll invent a lot of stuff. We are going to have invented everything in South Africa's history, and I love it.
Yeah. I still
Steady
need to
stump.
bring Steady Stumpy. That's what I was gonna say. I still need to do it.
Yeah.
Bloemfontein was where inventors came from in this reality.
Yeah.
The first heart transplant, you see basic JJ's like, I need to eat this later.
Luan.
But I need
Luan
to
is.
keep
I
it
need to
fresh.
eat this later.
Yeah,
This is-
Luan, I'm going to
Exactly.
be a character that
That's
eats
basically
meat.
that's basically the first takeaway.
I just imagine someone is like dead and I do it and someone sees me, I'm like, oh no, I'm just giving it a heart transplant. Just putting
Wow, what a
And you try and stick
He
it
did
back in. Sorry.
he did it. He did it. What a this guy, man is
all
insane.
the medical advances, like we just being caught while we're trying to eat humans and be like, oh no,
Whoops.
this is a blood bag, you can pump it into someone. Someone takes them like, I'm hungry. Give me
That's the first takeaway, actually.
Yes. Oh,
The blood bag.
I love how I didn't even wait for it to I'm like, oh, it's in a bag.
Yeah.
The first garage. That was like the first garage boy.
Die soybrand van daai hobo. Wat ook al hy was, it's going to be a lot. We'll see if I get high, because technically we can get high by eating and drinking.
Yeah, well, you get like a sort of
Mm.
an
Get you-
afterthought of the effect. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
like
very
if you want to get
diluted
drunk,
effect. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm semi like la da dee.
He's high on the job. That's crazy.
Yeah,
We eat the order house and he's all high. That's cool.
maybe I'll survive longer. We'll see. I need to up my physical.
What if he
stats,
gets
guys.
the munchies
Like-
now?
He's like, I don't even need to. I don't need to sleep. I see the ghost already.
Munchies, you say? I said already was planning on to see if how.
Well, no, that's worse. Because you just tried to solve your hunger problem and now you have another one.
And then you munch, and then it's high again. You're like, fuck. I wanted LSD blood, not weed blood. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I want
All
the
right,
party.
Tigress. Thank you so much for joining today. And on that note, yeah, thank you everybody for joining on Twitch and YouTube. I don't know how well the streams went there, but it seems like everything was good. And then we are going to swap over to our Patreon recording, which will go live sometime later this week. I think I'm one video still behind, but this one, we will do these 2 videos. And tomorrow night I won't be streaming because I'm preparing for the big test.
He's going to get
And
this.
man,
going-
I want Schedule 1. I'm sitting here going,
We've been playing it, bro. It's so good.
oh, I fucking want to play Schedule 1. I want to get it. And I'm sitting there going, yes, if I get it now, I'm not going to fail. I'm not going to pass that test. But I'm like, but
That's
it's,
true.
it's
True.
there.
Get it off it.
Do the test first. That game is super.
I've
That's
seen
super
people
because-
play it. It's
The thing is, I played it today. And I had work and I was stressing the fuck out. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go play Stitch. I started a new game. I had like basically a build made on my first game, and I'm running a second one now. It's so addicting. That just flows.
And you did hear about the guy being sued.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
You can't. They're suing him to be like, yo,
You're copying
we
us.
don't have any proof that you're copying us, but we're gonna sue you to find out if you're copying us.
wait, who did I copy?
It's the drug dealer
simulator.
Yeah, drug dealer simulator. Yeah.
I will
Right.
say, ironically, we speaking about Schedule 1. I just looked over at my YouTube, and my YouTuber has a 3rd video out of Schedule 1. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna watch it.
On Twitch right now, because I have Twitch open, because sometimes I look to see if I look clapped out. There's already like 3 people in the people that I follow is playing Schedule 1 right now. On Twitch, I mean on YouTube, it's the VODs of Kaisenet, it's the VODs of like all these big streamers. Everyone's, my whole YouTube is Schedule 1.
Mm.
Yeah, but
And
it's
I mean,
a good game, and
The,
yeah,
the,
sorry.
the good thing about it is, luckily I can't get it because I don't have money. So that's also a factor. But the big thing is it was made by one person.
Dude.
One
That's the
person
same.
and the game is expertly.
It's fun. Like grinding is like everything is fun. Like it's so good.
And there's these little dumb stuff like, oh, you can collect trash if you need money or you're waiting for something.
You could take a baseball bat to an ATM machine and get a couple $100.
I wish it was like that in real life.
You
that
can?
I know.
You
yeah,
can?
Trash.
So there's vending machines that give you Coke and then like
Cuke.
Coca-Cola.
They give you Cuke. Yeah.
They give you Cuke, and then the ATM machines. If you take a baseball bat and you charge it up, and then you hit it, the money comes out. The Cuke machines give you much less, but like as an early game grind strat, do that, but don't do it for the ones that you're around. Do it for like the ones on the other side of the map that you never use, because once you break an ATM machine, it's gonna take a bit for it to like be repaired.
That's
So you need to run around.
You're giving me
like,
tips,
shit,
and now I'm like, I need to play that game. I need to play that game. I need to play that game. Do I need to pay rent? Yes, but I need to play that game. I need to pay that game. I need to buy that game. No, I need to pay rent first.
But also game.
But also game, and also test. But game, but test.
Test, rent, game. Adulting is so hard.
Fuck, man.
Also,
I hate it.
I just want to. I just
Yeah.
want to say, like, if you're still streaming, Zephyr, if you guys want to know, like, sometimes we like prep like our characters and say a little bit of like back lores and stuff when on his Patreon thing. So that's actually a very cool thing to.
Oh yeah, that's
check.
the behind the scenes thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
thank
this
you.
is like, if it's a very cool thing to actually get and like laugh, because sometimes we just talk like characters and what's the future ideas and stuff like that, so you guys can have like see what direction we're going.
Yeah.
Why
And
we're
it's from
doing stuff
$1 a
like-
month.
Yeah.
So from $1 a month support. Yeah. Thank you. All right, so let's head over to Patreon. Thank you everybody for watching. Remember, I hope you know that you are loved, and until next time, you all should have a beardly good one. Bye.